What's going on, guys? I am with the Moose, and today I'm back on MLB 15 The Show on my Mariners franchise, here to break down some of the games you guys missed, and then obviously check out a game as well. We got Felix Hernandez on the hill in the game you guys are about to watch, but let's first take a look at some of the games we missed here. This game took forever, 10 innings. We did end up pulling out the win, which was pretty difficult, but hey, victory is all that matters, and it was in a National League ballpark, so we're using pinch hitters left and right. Taijuan Walker, 8 2/3, only 1 earned and 13 Ks. He's been pitching very well lately. Nice to see that outing from him. Got a loss right here against the Oakland Athletics. Gave up 2 in the 8th and then 2 in the 9th. Pretty bad way to lose a game. We were leading pretty much the entire time. So James Paxton, no win for him, even though he pitched great. 10 strikeouts, no earned runs. But we did get a loss. Same score in the next game, also lost, this time in extra innings, and it was just tough. This A's series was really crucial, and I did not perform. J.A. Happ only went 4 2/3, 2 earned runs, really was not effective at all. Had to pull him in the 5th inning and really just didn't do that great. Next game out, Felix Hernandez on the hill, got the victory. He only gave up 1 run. Really impressive performance for Felix since he's been struggling all season, but 12 Ks, no earned runs, only gave up 1 run in 7 2/3 innings. Great bounce back win, and we needed a win in the final game of the series. Hisashi Iwakuma on the mound. He did only give up 2 runs, but we only scored 1 run. As you guys are going to see, my offense has been very stagnant lately, and I need to get it going if I want to succeed in the future. This was actually the beginning of a 3-game losing streak. Lost this next one in the 12th inning this time. I believe Fernando Rodney getting the loss in this one, despite Austin Jackson getting 4 hits, and our offense doing well in terms of getting on base. We had 12 hits, but only 2 runs is not going to cut it, especially against a team like the Tigers. So needed more than that. And then the next game against the Tigers, we also lost this time. We got 1 in the bottom of the 9th, but really was a little bit too late. So, nothing there. Again, 10 hits, just no runs, really, only 1. So, need a lot more. James Paxton actually got hurt in this one. You guys are going to see he only pitched a 1/3 of an inning. Actually, just came out of the game with an injury. He should be, fine for his next start, I believe, but it's something to keep an eye on. And then the next game, our last game we just played, we did win 9-0. This was a huge bounce back game. We needed this so badly. 9 runs was a great offensive performance. Kyle Seager had 2 homers, 5 RBIs, 4 hits in total. Really had an amazing game, and I needed it. I'll tell you guys, David Price, we hit him hard. I was afraid that David Price was going to shut us down. That didn't happen, and J.A. Happ went all 9 innings, only struck out 4 guys, but only gave up 4 hits, and really pitched a great game, which is I'm kind of surprised by because it's J.A. Happ, but 9 innings pitched, great game for him. The game you guys are about to watch, Felix Hernandez versus C.J. Wilson in the most crucial series of the season, playing the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, as you guys are going to see right here. We are 10.5 back of them. If we can pull at least like 3 or 4 games off them right here, we can cut into that lead very substantially. So let's hop right into it with this crucial series. Hopping into this one now, Felix on the mound, and we started off with a nice strikeout. That's what Felix did this entire game, and it was huge. We needed it so badly. This series is just paramount. But right here, Cole Calhoun getting into one, and on the second batter of the game, Felix lets up a home run, and I'm thinking, oh, here we go again. Felix, another one of those lackluster outings where he goes like 5 innings, gives up, 4 or 5 runs, not a characteristic of how Felix pitches in real life, and we really needed to avoid an outing like that. And Austin Jackson trying to make sure we don't have an outing like that, hitting a home run to lead off the bottom of the 1st inning, absolutely gigantic to get that run back, really, get our team on solid footing. Josh Harrison right after him gets a base hit, getting on base. And then, Nelson Cruz up next, and he actually gets hit on the ankle on a curveball or something like that. So we got 2 runners on for Kyle Seager, who has been on a torrid streak lately, and he takes a 3-2 pitch, a no-doubter into left center field near the Safeco Field sign. Home run, and we're taking a 4-1 lead. Really, turning the tables on this one very, very quickly after, Felix obviously, had a rough little start to the game. Obviously, home run, definitely not what you needed. But then right here, Albert Pujols getting a single to lead off the, the next inning, which is not what we want. And then another single just under Cano's gloves. So they got 1st and 2nd. They're trying to, threaten here and make sure Felix is out of this game early on is their goal, obviously. Felix comes back right away. Matt Joyce striking out on a high fastball, and then a 3-2 pitch, strikeout on the slider. Great pitch, and I really established that early on, which is something that I couldn't establish with him in the most recent games I've pitched with him. Right there, strikes out the side with the curveball, or the changeup, I should say. But yeah, the slider was a huge pitch this game for sure. Definitely needed that. And as we let off the next inning with a couple singles, you know, Brad Miller up the middle, and then Austin Jackson down the left field line. Really good that Austin Jackson has been getting going a little bit. And then Josh Harrison right up the middle with a nice seeing eye single right there, and Brad Miller is able to scoot on home. The throw is offline, and Brad Miller scores. RBI for Josh Harrison, and we're taking a 5-1 lead. And then Cano bats in another run with, you know, the 4th straight single, I believe, of the inning, which is just crazy that we were able to do that. And then Nelson Cruz able to do some damage here. No, he is not. A grounder up the middle that I thought was going to get through ends up not getting through, and they get 2 runners out on that play to end the inning. A huge play for them, and you know, it's sometimes how it goes. Obviously, we're up 6-1, so we're not too concerned about it, but it would have been cool to get some more runs. Right there, another slider strikeout, just gigantic, and then finally striking out Trout on a slider as well. Really, that's a pitch that I got to establish early on in every game, but then Jesus Montero going big fly off the left field foul pole. Gigantic homer right there, making it 7-1, really giving Felix a good cushion, you know, allowing him to just pitch how he wants to pitch. And I really got the fastball and the slider working this game. You guys will see a lot of high fastball strikeouts and a bunch of slider strikeouts as well. Getting a ground ball out here, a little bit out of the norm since most of the outs I'm getting with Felix are strikeouts, but just a great outing for Felix. Another ground ball to end this one, end this inning, I should say. Robinson Cano easily able to throw him out at first base, and then Kyle Seager in the 5th inning takes another fastball into deep left field, and he's going big fly for his 2nd homer of the game, our 4th as a team. And Seager just been, you know, monstrous lately. You know, he's been great all season, but his power has finally picked up, and that's exactly what we need from him right there. Felix Hernandez still struggling with walks a little bit, definitely not what we want, and then a single right through the right side. So they got 1st and 2nd again. They're threatening once again. Josh Hamilton at the plate, and we're able to strike him out. Massive K for Felix. 1-2 count on Pujols. What are we able to do? Strike him out as well with another fastball. Felix, you know, in every situation, just able to get so many Ks. Walk another guy on a low pitch right there. Didn't want to see that. And then finally, we get another strikeout. Matt Joyce, high fastball once again, getting out of the jam. And then Nelson Cruz in the bottom of the 7th. Just a ridiculous home run to the opposite field, right center field. Booming shot out there, you know, over 400 feet or something like that. Nelson Cruz, I think that was his 24th or 25th of the year, something like that. Just having a great year. And then Kyle Seager, thought we could take this one to right field. We're just a little bit late on it, and we punch out to, you know, the left field, which, you know, we could have had 3 home runs on the game for him. Not quite able to do that. Felix walks the leadoff man in the next inning. Not what we wanted, and then Trout is actually, you know, grounds out to shortstop, which is nice. And then Josh Hamilton K's on another slider, and then Felix Hernandez, final batter of the game for him, Albert Pujols, and he's going to ground out to Brad Miller at shortstop. Albert Pujols obviously too slow to beat that one out. Felix with 15 Ks, just great. And then, you know, Brad Miller into left center field. Thought this one might be tracked down by Trout, not quite. Brad Miller almost actually left the yard on that one. You know, almost had it. And then Mike Zunino up with 2 outs, and he gets a nice clutch hit. Obviously didn't need the run, but it's always nice to get insurance runs. And it's also nice that Mike Zunino got the hit with the RBI. Zunino really struggling as of late, and I need him to get going if we want to make a run here. And then Danny Farquhar in to close this one out. Really just kind of a mop-up time, you know, get this inning over with, since Felix obviously pitched 8 great innings for us after that, you know, initial home run by Cole Calhoun. Farquhar gets the second batter of the inning to K, and then the final batter is going to pop out to Mike Zunino, and we're able to win this one. Kyle Seager actually won player of the game, but it definitely could have gone to Felix as well. Seager had 2 home runs, you know, a bunch of RBIs. Felix had 15 strikeouts, pitched 8 innings. Just a great game all around for our entire team, and really a great way to start off a series, since this one is so crucial. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.